outside the city walls.
Excuse me, is your ship in need of a doctor? Or a botanist? I might be able to help. Really? That's great! I'm looking forward to the adventure. I've never left Akila City before. Oh, thank you. I'll work hard, I promise. I need to gather some supplies before we leave, and say goodbye to my parents. See you later, Captain. Thanks again.
Never ever go outside the city walls after sundown. Gosh, the Rock might have some work for someone like you.
Good work out there. But don't let it go to your head, or you'll end up like me. Try not to miss me too much.
Leave no quarter. Show no mercy. May luck follow you.
I got it from Stash. Traded that old currency. I can't confirm that.
My time is yours, should you need it. Good to see you again. Be well.
Glad to be on the same path as you.
You guys can hear me, right? It's like I said before, I'm collecting it because when it comes back into circulation, I'll have a huge supply of it.
Yeah, we hear ya. I just don't think any of us believe it'll make a comeback after 100 years. But hey, you do you, Stash.
Yeah, we'll see. Just 'cause you don't know anyone that deals in it doesn't mean it's worthless.
is your query. If I don't... Goodbye.
What's the word? How's your gear holding up? Astros, you say? I can take those. Coming right up. Pleasure doing business with you. Thanks. Enjoy your new equipment. I got more where that came from. Extras for me, equipment for you. Here you go. You got it. Astras for gear. Good deal if I ever heard one. Yep, there you go. Enjoy. Keep the Astras flowing and I'll make sure you're well equipped. I won't ask where you got these, so long as you don't ask where I get my parts. Pleasure doing business with you. Astras for me, equipment for you. Here you go. You got it. Hold on now. Catch you around.
The Alliance is strong and getting stronger.
Oh, good. No one's driven you away yet.
I've been thinking about getting back out there.
I was hoping I could sway you from the path of death, but you gotta do what's right for you. Good luck out there.
Feel free to tell old Two-Shot what's on your mind. Pull up a seat. There's no judgment. I may not run the finest bar in Akila, but...
The jails are starting to fill up, thanks to you.
Welcome, Tracker. Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
I don't mind these breaks.
The finest folk in the settled systems make their home right here. Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Akila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile. Ah, that'd be Solomon Coe, who stuck a shovel in the ground right here over 160 years ago. That first settlement grew to become the city you see today. And let me tell you, it was no small hardship to make that dream a reality. Yes, indeed, this place has a proud and noble history. Why, for some of us, it's practically hallowed ground. That's why I like to meet each and every person who comes here, to make sure they know what a special place our city is. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and generosity of spirit. I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors in the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown.
Milena Axelrod? I wished I'd never heard that name again. She's a menace. She punched me in the face. Can you imagine? Why would you want to let her back here? Yes. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, she ran cargo for me for years. I even considered her a friend. But she stabbed me in the back. Well, not literally. But I swore to keep her banned for life. What? Oh, that's terrible. Listen, I feel for the Jansons. If it was just the fisticuffs, I could look the other way. But we caught her smuggling red-handed. She's been blacklisted for good reason. But, legally, if you pay off a bounty, I can't stop her from coming back. But we'll be watching her. Yes. Honestly, I can't remember exactly what the cargo was. It was years ago. But I do remember getting sucker punched. You'd go that far for her? Fine. Fine. She can come back. I just hope you don't regret it. I did, last time I trusted her.
I hope Akila is treating you nicely. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. You've got a few choices there. The cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before moving on, give it a try. Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's a little more rough and tumble tend to feel at home there. Like I said, lots of options. You really are new around here, aren't you? Akila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. As long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about. Ah, you must be referring to the Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Freestar Collective. Midtown's where most of the business and trading gets done. It's not as old as the core, because it was built later as the city grew. As the name might suggest, Wallside's the district that runs along the inside of the Great Wall that surrounds the city. It's mostly farmers and other laborers that live down there. They ain't got quite as much space, but it's cheaper, so it all works out. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanov Manor, and he's the worst, simply the worst. But it's been a problem since the Hassanov family ran out of heirs. There's an old wrong the Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades. And hence, well, I need help. He's just another slick, rude, neon corporate hack, full of himself and just awful. I mean, the core is history itself. Cads like him don't belong here. I was right to talk to you about this. The last Hassanov was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, it broke her. She packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Akila City and the protection of its walls. It didn't take long before the Ashtar overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanovs. The Hassanovs were one of the early families that took to making a living in space. Very industrious, mainly miners. They settled planetside in the earliest days of Akila City. They helped good old Solomon Co. a time or two, but they didn't fare well living in full gravity after a couple of generations in zero-G. Lots of health issues. Eventually a string of just terrible luck left only lonely old Sahar Hassanov. Poor lady. And those that were healthy kept leaving Akila. The call of the stars. Deadly as sin. My granddad warned her over and over it wasn't safe. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashtar, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Akila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the core, well, that'll be a bonus. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions, so everything the Hassanovs owned was in limbo. What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer to make heads or tails of it. But eventually it wound up on the open market, so slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belongs. See things made right. You are a blessing. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashtar, please just don't go. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful, and look out for yourself. Like I said, be careful. A genuine pleasure talking to you.
Well, I'll be damned. There's something worth seeing on this planet after all.
I guess you want it. I've got a dead spider in my bag if you want it. Back to it then.
I'm all over this. You ready for the fight of your Sorry, chump. Better you than me. Way too many goody two-shoes deputies around here for my taste.
Your ship's not often.
Looks like we got another off-worlder. The Rock might have some work for someone like you.
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah, might get some more on the back end. Your casserole sealed the deal.
Don't you need to wait for the contract to be signed?
This ain't the UC. We shook hands and the deal's done. Should have the contract signed tomorrow.
My cousin works for Deimos, and he says the approval process for a big deal can take months.
That's life under the boot for you. Business keeps going this good, then we'll make dealing with these pretentious cord jerks worth it. Don't bother complaining because I bought a house in the core. I really don't give a damn what you people think.
My. You aren't from around here, are you? I really like it here. I just wish the people in the city were a little nicer. I'll take Aggies over the Rock any day. Who wants to get drunk when there's rangers all around?
People in this city are so obsessed with their traditions. They can't handle even the slightest change in the way things are done. Akila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face. I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now... Me? I did something wrong. Let me explain. So Ron Hope assigns me to Akila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Ha! Like I care. And give them the satisfaction? Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. You're damn right I don't. In fact, I almost feel sorry for them. Bunch of wrong-headed, judgmental, backward-looking dust wranglers. That's what these people are. Every credit I spent on that house, I made with honest, hard work. I come here to make my way, and this is how they treat me. I can tell they're all hoping I sell and move out, but the hell with that. I'm gonna stay here and stick it to them all. Make them suffer. I committed the great sin of buying a house. The fact it was in the core is apparently grounds for me to face a firing squad, based on the looks I've been getting. Everyone seems to think the core is some kind of sacred ground, only fit for worthy descendants of the city founders to live in. Well, real estate is real estate. I don't give a damn where it is. The place was for sale, and I bought it. I didn't cheat or do anything wrong. If people don't like it that an outsider bought one of their ancient family residences, then it's their problem and not mine. Who the who? Wait. Hassanov? You mean the family that owned this manor? Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No questions asked. I paid good money to live here, and they're the ones trying to cheat me. If you start seeing sense, the offer is open. I don't suppose you still have that will handy, hmm? Have you reconsidered my offer? 10,000 credits if you just hand it over and forget about it. Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close. I don't suppose you still have that will.
I didn't expect Akila City to be so... No, it's fine.
Hey, I heard you had Dunlop's disease. Huh? What?
No, I don't have Dunlop's disease. What is that?
Your belly done lop over your belt.
Asshole. My friend's a real comedian.
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble? Well, whatever gets you through the day. I've had more than my fill of it for this lifetime. Things here have been... well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. Yeah, we're much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. I have recognized that Davis has an emotional reaction to my presence. We're on speaking terms, but he still gets agitated. I don't want to make things worse. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience. Davis should be more careful. The data shows the Ashta are more active.
I wish my granddad was still with us. What happened to the Hassan? Old Sahar was so sad near the end. But her lawyer would have surely made her draft a will. You got it! That's wonderful! But Blake Aldwell... Wait, let me think back. There was a Blake. Might be we can track him or any surviving kin down. I'll get my lawyer on this. Frank Langston's in for a rude surprise. And we can maybe see a Hassano return back to the core. No, he won't. But this ain't Neon. We've got real laws here in Akila City. You've more than earned this. You've done the city a great service.
living here, but you live on your own terms.
A shootout in Sidonia. An unnamed tracker opened fire on their mark in the middle of a busy spaceport. Although no one was injured except the tracker's target, this newest spate of violence has renewed the call for stricter regulation of the tracker's alliance. The alliance released a press statement saying that the mark was accurate and the tracker in question didn't hurt anyone. But if history is any judge, it's only a matter of time before an incident occurs with a more tragic outcome. You're listening to the Settled Systems News Network.
Look at you. Looks like Dunlop's disease is contagious.
If you're looking for a sidearm, I recommend Laredo's Firearm Factory. Built right here. There's rolling arms if you're not a fan of Laredo.
If I get called on one more drunken soldier.
Ashtar is sometimes spotted by the farms. That's why we only use robots outside the walls.
Nobody's allowed outside the city walls after nightfall, for their own safety.
Please don't bring up Milena to Simone. The whole thing is a long shot. Milena contacted me. She's making me her official importer. I'm not sure how much it pays, but I'll take it. You have no idea what you've done. My problem with her hasn't been whether she's good company, but I'll try. I can't wait to tell Simone. This is the first ray of sunshine we've seen in years.
I hope that never happens again. Thank you for saving my husband. I was so scared. I almost forgot.
Mom says I'm making a new dress soon. At an actual shop.
You can travel the whole of the settled systems, and you won't find an attraction to rival my alien extravaganza. Welcome, welcome! Let me ask you a simple question, friend. Are you prepared to see something so wondrous and strange that you're sure never to forget it? Tell your friends about us. Well, heck, tell total strangers. Everyone should see.
How you liking that laser gun?
That bank robbery sounded intense. It could have gone down so much worse.
I don't think you had to kill it. Their story just doesn't make sense.
I know, right? I feel like like my feet. I got
Hello.
Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? Maybe I will. Let's see where this goes. So what can I do for you? Right to the point then. Ah, that woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. No, I know she's not. Might not have believed it when she first showed up in the town, but she's been honest and on the level. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in the fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got. Just in case. All right. You know, Kioni showed me her data. She's a clever kid. She's got a lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. But seems to me that it might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But, I tell you, I'm hoping she's right. It's just a glitch. And, no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. I remember a story from the first time I was here on Akila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. The warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an ash as big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. Me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it. No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
Damn it, they got away.
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move. Bailey's on thin ice. One more mistake and she's out of a job.
Let me out!
If we didn't have proof, nobody would believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
We were here specifically to ensure you remain standing.
I mean, it does and it doesn't, you know? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. Oh, don't worry about me. Thanks again for saving my ass. You're handy to have around. That was the granddad of all Ashta there. I mean, you hear the stories in Aggies, but Ashta Alphas are real, and we got the corpse to prove it.
coming to save Mr. Crowley? Oh, he owes you a beer. Heck, a whole keg.
Convince Davis to stay in the city, please. So, what happened? No, he didn't. There's no way Davis would say that, even if it's true. But it is true, isn't it? My data was accurate. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake, that I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Yeah, you're right. If anything, this has proven I should trust my instincts. I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.